Hi, I'm Rob,
And I'm Sandy.
and this is the Carter Chronicles.
Today we're talking about Kenai Fjords National Park and what we did the 2 days we were there.
Kenai Fjords National Park is located on the southern tip of the Kenai Peninsula. The visitor center is located in Seward, Alaska, which is about 2 hours southeast of Anchorage.
The visitor center is a great place to stop in first, to learn about the park, get your passport stamped, get maps, and of course talk to your ranger about things you can do in the park.
Now, it has a nature center that's located at Exit Glacier, which is about 12 miles from the visitor center that's in Seward.
Exit Glacier is the only part of the national park that is accessible by road.
At the Nature Center, there are a lot of hands-on items to explore, and you can even get sworn in as a junior ranger inside a glacier model. From the Nature Center, there are 3 trails to take to see the glacier.
Right. The first one is the Glacier View Loop Trail. This is a 1-mile paved loop trail that is handicap accessible and takes you out to a great viewing spot of Exit Glacier.
From the viewing spot, you can continue on with the Glacier Overlook Trail. It's considered moderately strenuous on the National Park website.
I don't remember it being difficult, but there are some steps and uneven terrain throughout, so it is definitely not handicap accessible. And there are some resting spots available throughout the trail. The Overlook Trail was simply stunning. The snow-capped mountains and lush greenery against the blue skies were just beautiful.
We had great weather while we were there. I mean, it was perfect. The sun was out, t-shirts for us were perfect on those days.
But once we got close to the glacier, the wind really picked up and the cold air blowing off of the ice, it was a little chilly, so you might want to take a jacket.
And even though it's retreating, to appreciate the size of the glacier, you just have to see it in person. There are signs throughout the area to let you know where the glacier's terminus was that particular year.
Melting ice from high above flow into Exit Glacier, and streams of cold water exit at the bottom, creating the outwash plain.
So on the trail going back, though, the glacier streams were just kind of tempting for some of us.
I asked Rob what it felt like, and he said,
Cold.
cold.
Definitely cold. And finally, for the most adventurous, there is the Harding Icefield Trail. It's an 8.2-mile round-trip trail that is rated strenuous.
Yes, you climb about 1,000 feet of elevation for every mile, and you need to allow at least 6 to 8 hours to complete it.
We were still so tired from our travel day to Alaska from the previous day that we chose not to do this one.
Yeah,
But
good decision,
I could have totally did it.
I'm sure.
But like we said, Exit Glacier area is the only part of the national park accessible by road. So to really see the park, you need to get out on that water.
So we did. The very next morning, we boarded a Kenai Fjords Tours vessel and set out on their Kenai Fjords National Park tour with dinner on Fox Island.
This was epic. This was an 8.5-hour cruise that included glaciers and marine wildlife viewing. So you could see some of the information about their boat tours on their website at alaskacollection.com.
Here are some of the highlights of our cruise that day.
And you hear a little bit of a trumpet there too. That's as close as I can get it. That's as close as I can get you to.
Oh my gosh.
All right, discipline, Brian. We gotta go. The high pitch stuff, but this like a cooking, like someone's tapping on their finger, so to speak. To be an otter, you have to eat a third of your body weight a day. But they get to eat seafood, so. Stellar sea lions are independent. They are on the endangered species list. This group of animals has seen an 80%.
Aialik Cape was incredible. The craggy rocks with trees growing out of the tops, the insane teal-colored water. It was like something out of a movie.
Move around, take the view in. At some point, we'll skirt the edge over there and let the crew get some glacier ice for us, but we're gonna take this in for right now.
Oh, look at that. Holy moly. Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's so awesome!
The waves.
Oh, the waves are gonna hit us.
Oh my gosh.
Over here too.
So do these
Oh, sounds like some activity on the glacier. Oh, hoo-yah. There comes more. Wow. Heads up, Steve. Here comes the surf, buddy. Captain Steve's gonna get a little bit of a ride there. Oh, it's gonna still go. Here it goes. Wow. Here goes some more. You can do it.
Here comes the wave.
All right, well, it looks like we have some successful ice fishing and some successful product getting put in the water here, so.
iceberg right ahead.
And a little ice fishing in June here.
We ended the day, though, with dinner on their private island. The stop at Fox Island was really neat as well. It was fun to skip rocks and explore the shoreline a little bit.
Our dinner was simple but good. It was an all-you-can-eat Alaskan wild salmon and prime rib buffet, which satisfied both the surf and turf lovers in our family. And it was a perfect ending to our second day in Kenai Fjords National Park.
The Kenai Princess Wilderness Lodge is located in Cooper Landing, Alaska, about halfway between Seward and Anchorage. Their property overlooks the Kenai River with a full-length deck on the main building, so you could enjoy the river and mountain views. The lobby is kind of small, but it was cozy, and for the kids it was important because it had free Wi-Fi.
This property is amazing. We enjoyed just walking around, and they have paved paths to get to all the main buildings, which made it very convenient.
And we loved our room too. Each bungalow-style room included high vault ceilings, a wood-burning stove, our own private porch, and our room had 2 queen beds, a seating area around the stove, table, and some chairs.
There are several trails around the property with maps available in the lobby. We enjoyed hiking down to the river. There's a short but steep gravel path to follow. Then once you reach the bottom, you can follow different foot trails around.
But you've got to be aware of wildlife and make some noise so as not to startle something. The color of the water is hard to describe, especially for someone that's colorblind.
Well, let's just say pictures don't do it justice.
So we enjoyed seeing rafters go by, getting our feet wet in the cool water, and just overall having a good time together.
It was great. Another trail we took started out as nothing special. In fact, it was pretty drab with black moss hanging all over. But then we turned a corner and started to see some green. Then more green. Then finally we were surrounded by the most vibrant green ferns I have ever seen in my life. It was amazing.
We ate at both restaurants on the property, and both of them were really good. Rafters Lounge is more of a casual restaurant. We were going to eat out on the deck, but it started to rain, so we took the party inside. The view and the food were both excellent. We had to get to some dessert as well, since it's a family tradition for whoever spots wildlife on a trip to get a treat. We all saw a mama moose and her twins on the way back from the national park. So guess what? We all got to share in some delicious berry cobbler and some ice cream. We also ate at their sit-down restaurant called Rod and Reel. Is anybody catching on to the fishing theme here? We sat underneath a massive antler chandelier. We admired a world record king salmon as we ate and had some delicious breakfast. Then, it was on to our next adventure.
The next video in our Alaska planning series will be featuring our day trip to Katmai National Park, where we got to see Alaskan brown bears up close.
Really close.
Yeah, they can definitely sneak up on you, can't they, Rob?
They sure can.
Until next time,
Bye.
bye.